Hey folks, Crazy Climber 80 here again, and this time we're going to look at game number 3 in our 20 from 1982 series. This was a huge smash success in the arcades created by Williams, and it's an interesting take on the old Camelot or medieval era game of jousting, and this is simply called Joust. And you ride a flying ostrich as a knight in order to try to land on the enemies from above, or to try to be on a higher plane than them when you collide with them. Doing so makes the enemies turn into an egg which you can collect. If you leave it alone, it'll hatch into a tougher enemy. But there's a control panel. You just have a two-way joystick and a flap button, and this makes your ostrich flap so it can fly higher. The screen is fixed, but you can warp through the edges to the other side. But there will be enemy knights also astride ostriches. Actually, they're astride buzzards. And like I said, you want to be on a higher plane than them when you collide with them, and then they will turn into an egg, which you must collect before it hatches and becomes a tougher enemy. This was really popular, and I can definitely see why it is an absolute smash classic. I think I first saw this at my dad's grocery store, where he was a grocery manager. The whole family ended up working for that store. It was mostly grocery store, kind of department store. I ended up becoming a manager at a different branch of that same store. But yeah, there's the eggs that you pick up, and you can play two players simultaneous play on this. And the enemies are called a bounder, and he's red, a hunter who is gray, and a shadow lord who is blue. And if they get the drop on you, if they are at a higher plane than you when they collide with you, you are toast, and you will respawn from various little white areas of the platforms. The game will determine which one you will appear from. And the biggest pain in the butt in this game is that stupid pterodactyl. Well, he's not actually a pain in the butt because he's easy to avoid, but it's really hard to kill him. But we'll go ahead and get started. The first stage is called buzzard bait, and your goal is to land on the enemies simply enough so that you can collect the eggs and end the stage. And there is a special bonus for collecting the eggs. First off, you'll get a bonus for the type of enemy that you kill. The easiest, the red one, the bounder, is 500. The hunter, the next one, the gray one, is 750. And the shadow lord, the blue one, which is fast, is 1,000. But once you collect that egg, then if you collect it shortly after killing the enemy, then you will get a special bonus. You will get a 500 point bonus, and then you can get a consecutive bonus, 250 more than the last egg you collected, as long as it was on the same life, up to a maximum of 1,000. Now, you will have what's called survival waves. If you don't get killed during the survival wave, you will get a 3,000 point bonus. There's various special types of waves in this game. Now, you need to learn how to control your ostrich. If you tap the joystick one way, then the ostrich will walk slow. If you hold down the joystick one way, he will run. And when you pull back the other way while he's running, he will skid. You don't really want to run if you can help it. Sometimes you'll need to. But there are multiple various different kind of cool waves. This was such an awesome game for its time. It's really hard. One thing you don't want to do, which I just did, is stay out. Stay out in an open area where the enemies can drop right on your head. Early on, the enemies are quite easy. This is the egg wave. There will be an egg wave every 5 stages, or waves, and there will be eggs for you automatically to pick up. And their riders will come by and try to pick up the eggs as they hatch, and they'll hatch into the new knights. You don't get a bonus for collecting all the eggs, which sucks. And note that on various stages, the platforms, or some of them, will disappear. And by this point, we now have a new enemy, and he can be a help to you. His name is the Lava Troll, and he is basically the flame that you see in the lava. Fall in the lava and you die. But as you fly over the flame, a hand will reach out of the lava, and it can grab you and pull you into the lava and kill you. But it can also do the same to the enemies. And in order to get out of the lava troll's grip, you have to wail on the flat button. It's hard for you to get away. See, he caught one of the enemies for you. And the pterodactyl is an enemy that's very, very tough to kill, and it will appear if you take too long. And there will be pterodactyl waves where one will appear right at the start. But you don't need to kill him. And there he is. I'm not gonna have to bother with him because the last enemy got pulled into the lava by the lava troll. I kept wanting to call him Lava Lord. I think it sounds better than Lava Troll. But yeah, if you were... Whoops, crap. You have to hit the pterodactyl right on the beak to kill him, and he's worth 1,000 points. But yeah, the points you get for collecting the eggs, you see two rows of digits. The top row is your basic enemy kill, which is the 500 point bonus, and then below that is the consecutive egg bonus. And during one life, or wave, the first egg would be 250, the next would be 500, the next would be 750, and after that they're all 1,000 points. But again, that's just once per life or wave. You even get points for being killed. You get 50 points. And if you are playing 2 players simultaneous play, you can kill the other player for 2,000 points. Here's another egg wave. I was never good at this game, but I had a pretty decent game this time around. But yeah, that's kind of stupid that you don't get a bonus for collecting all the eggs. It's very, very hard to do. And yeah, if you want the full bonus, where you get 2 rows of point values, then you want to collect that egg very shortly after you kill the knight. But yeah, you want to learn one thing that really helps you in this game. Whoa, that was close. One thing that really will help you in this game is learning not to overuse the flap button. Use it just enough. Don't use it too much. If you flap your wings really, really, really hard... Yikes, let's go away from Mr. Pterodactyl. If you flap too hard, you can whack your head way at the top and get knocked down a bit and possibly lose the joust with an enemy. Note that when you knock an egg into the lava, you don't have to worry about it anymore. It's destroyed. This had a rather poor sequel, in my opinion, called Joust 2: Survival of the Fittest. Had some kind of cool elements or ideas, but they just didn't work out too well. Yeah, don't overuse the flap button. Just little flaps, unless you really need to wail on the flap button in certain situations. But for the most part, you can get away with little flaps. And there I beat another survival wave for 3,000 points. Yeah, here's a pterodactyl wave. He starts out right away. You get an extra life every 20,000 points, which can be kind of generous once you get in the habit of collecting eggs shortly after killing the riders. Yeah, if you let the... Whoa, that was close. Ah, damn it. If you let the, what was I gonna say? If you let the egg land, then you're only gonna get the bottom row of the bonus, which is the consecutive egg bonus. Well, that was my game of Joust. That was my best game of Joust. Never done quite that well. I'll put in my initials. You get to put in 2 sets of initials. Enter thy name, my lord. I like the Middle Ages dialect. But that was a weird sound effect. It sounded like an extra life or an extra city in Missile Command. But that's Joust. We're going to look at a little bit of 2-player simultaneous play. And yeah, you can kill the other player for bonus points. And they can do the same to you. But first, let me watch me kill the pterodactyl for 1,000 points. Yeah, you have to jab his beak with your lance just right. And here's you get waves where you can get bonus points for each player if you don't kill each other. And there are also waves where you will get points for being the first to kill the other player. Just a lot of cool little touches to this game. Skip forward to that. See, player cooperation. Each player gets 3,000 points. And then Gladiator Wave, 3,000 point bounty for being the first to kill the other player. I put on invincibility up to about this point. There we go. Was it 3,000 points? And then at wave 16 is the first time you will start to regularly see the Shadow Lord, the fastest enemy. I still had invincibility there. But he can also appear if you take too long to collect an egg before it hatches. But that was Joust, game number 3 in our 1982 series. Well, this is Crazy Clown Radio, saying thanks for watching Joust by Williams in 1982. I hope to see you soon with game number 2 in our 1982 series. Thanks for watching, and...